Good evening, everybody. Oh, we'll hang out for a minute. We'll let a couple people get in here real quick. See what's going on in the world tonight. See what everybody's been up to. Last time I was in here live, we were fighting the snow. How you doing, Phoenix? So yeah, we made it down to Springfield, and there's Stefan. You're supposed to be in the shower. Hopefully Stefan's in there washing his ass. That's what he's supposed to be doing. But now look, so we fought a lot of snow and ice and crap. Stefan did at the beginning of the day yesterday, and then I ran into some freezing rain this morning in Nebraska. Continued into Iowa, then Stefan took over and drove us down through the last of it down to Springfield. So we had quite the mess, but we made it. We made it into the yard. It was a pretty good run. We figured we left Ogden yesterday evening, and then we're already here. I've already showered, ate, everything. So it was a good load, guys. Real good load. We filled up there at Ogden at the Flying J, and we made it all the way here on one tank of fuel. So the load ended up paying me $2,006, and we spent $420 in fuel. So $1,600 profit in 24 hours. That's a pretty good turnaround. Hi, Rita. Let me go back up and see what's going on here. Mac, Ro, David, Adrian, Dog. I hope everybody's doing all right. Yeah, Stefan was a champ yesterday. That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. Yesterday it was pretty rough. That's pretty rough driving. I drove all night last night. Thought I was going to stop and take a nap, but I ended up not having to. I ended up making it through the night. So over at campus. All right, Josh. I'll be over there tomorrow. I planned on going over there tonight, guys, but we got in late, got the truck washed, and utilized the facilities here. And I got a physical at 8 a.m., so we're just going to stay here and hang out tonight. But tomorrow evening, I will be at campus. So at some point tomorrow evening, you guys will see me floating around campus over there. Do I ever turn down loads? JP wants to know. Yeah, JP, I do every now and then. I will not take a bad load to a bad area, all right? So if they want me to go to Florida, or they want me to go to Connecticut or Massachusetts or Maine, that load's going to have to pay me. I'm going to have to be able to make enough money on it to make it worth the garbage that I'm going to have to get out of there with in order to get to the one after, 2 loads later. Yeah, I'll be around, Josh, that's for sure. My fleet manager's making it difficult for me to bring my student. Have you experienced that before? Bobby, that has happened. And it's because of winter, man. They've had so many wrecks. Somebody was telling me today, Prime had the seven wrecks alone in Missouri on 44 between Springfield and St. Louis in the ice today. So they're kind of doing that. If you guys didn't notice, Junior Honduras has had his student since October, I believe, and he doesn't plan on letting him upgrade until April. So it is kind of a fleet manager call on that. And I mean, mine for the most part doesn't. I've only had one student that he's even tried to get me to keep out, and then he couldn't because my brother came in. What route did I go? We went Ogden, 84 to 80. We took 80 across to 77 south in Lincoln. Took it down to Highway 2. We ran Nebraska 2 over to Iowa, and then got on 29 south to Highway 7, just south of Kansas City there. And I think 7 turns into 13 and brings us right into Springfield. That's the way we took. I'm hearing 6 months from day one to the day you get a truck at Prime. Is there truth to that? 6 months. Not right now. I mean, it's shorter than that. I mean, if you started right now. The only time the 6 month comes into play is what Bobby was just asking about. It's winter time, and some students, they won't let upgrade in the winter depending on what the fleet manager. So some fleet managers don't want to throw students out there in the winter, so they make them wait. But students that start right now, I mean, they would be done. My guess would be 3 months, something like that. My brother was a long student, and it was 89 days for him. So that's definitely not 6 months. I mean, it's just under 3. Good, Rita. I hope they give you a call. I hope you're in. They make drivers stay out like Honduras driver. David, I think they're not making Andre stay out. I think he's choosing to stay out, from what I gather. I'm not positive. I'm not in that truck, but sometimes they do that in the winter if that fleet manager's had some bad experiences with students getting in wrecks right away in the wintertime because of ice and snow. And this has been a pretty rough winter here the last month. So December was really easy for winter, but January and going into February here has been rough. Yeah, JP, I've had 2 students upgrade this winter. Greg upgraded and then Cedric upgraded. No, Sean upgraded and then Cedric upgraded. So I've had 2 students upgrade this winter. You know, now Cedric only had 17,000 miles left on his or something, but yeah, I've brought 2 students in upgrade this winter. And Cedric just upgraded January 10th, right in the heart of winter. Correct, Jack. He stayed out to get winter driving experience. That's just his choice, and Junior's allowing him to do that, and good for them. I mean, it's really smart if you get that opportunity. The 5th. Good, Justin. Glad to hear it. That's why they're on there. I hope they help all of you if you're coming to Prime. Still trying to figure out the lease part. What are you trying to figure out, JP? Are you leasing currently? Yeah. You having some issues? You know, it's all about getting the right loads, going to the right areas. There's a lot of different things that play into that. You haven't been turning any down? JP, just a little word of advice, man. Once you know the freight lanes, you're probably going to have to turn 1 or 2 down, just so they understand that you know what's going on. Do you guys ever get detention pay? I get it all the time, Will. And sometimes I get it in large numbers. Yeah, CDL Prep is a great app, Adrian. I agree with you. I trifecta today in Springfield. Congratulations, Aaron. I'm in Springfield. That's where I'm at. I'm currently at the yard that I capped at, like 4,500 gross. JP, that's real close to what a solo kind of gets. So that's why you got to watch your fuel economy. If you can get that fuel economy down, I had no problem on 4,500 bucks cashing $2,000 checks. So, you know, you just have to limit your expenses there, get your fuel down, get your fuel costs down. Will, we do not get layover pay. But I don't ever really wait. Every now and then maybe, but very rarely do I ever have to wait for a load. Not very often. Like I could probably count on my one hand in 2 years that I've had to wait for a load. But detention pay, we get detention pay I get a lot of. So the way detention pay works at Prime is we start getting detention after 2 hours. It doesn't matter what the customer tells you, we start getting it after 2 hours. And we get a lot of it. I think Walmart's our cheapest, and it's 50 bucks an hour. Phoenix, going to sleeper if you're in a sleeper. So, I mean, log it how you do it, guys. If you're outside the truck, walking around, exercising, talking to the loved ones, or going to, sitting down in a restaurant or something, off duty. If you're in your truck, in your sleeper, and you're not driving, that's sleeper berth. So make sure you understand the difference, guys. That's pretty important when you get audited by DOT. It's funny you say that, Justin. I just took a picture of our Enrollment 1 guy's business card. I'll be posting that tomorrow. I'm actually putting together a video of my visit here at Prime in Springfield. and all of the different amenities you can utilize when you're here. So tomorrow I will be posting that, and it will include the business card for the guy who does the insurances. But they do have somebody, he's at campus. He's got an office at campus, and he helps you get the insurance. It helps you get insurance as a lease driver. I'm not saying it's cheap, but they do have that option. Yeah, JP, a lot of people do that, man. And that's, yeah, he can stay company and you just pay him whatever you guys decide on. A lot of people do that, and a lot of people make good money that way. And this time of year they do it a lot because you have so many students and it's winter time. Yeah, guys, the prime insurance, even for company drivers, is really high the first year. The second year, the price goes like in half. It gets way cheaper the second year. Correct, Todd. Log it what you're doing. Todd's right, guys. You got to make sure you watch your logbooks and log it how you're doing it, man. If you're in a sleeper, if you're outside the truck doing something personal, that's off duty, all right? If you're outside the truck doing a pre-trip or getting fuel, that's on duty. All right, you log it how you're doing it, guys. Stay legal. We got electronic logs. It's very simple to do nowadays. Thank you, Easy. Yeah, health insurance is never cheap. You ain't kidding. I just looked at it, and I think it was, I think the family plan, which had the one I looked at had high deductibles. All right, so the first $4,000 was out of pocket, 100%. After that, like a doctor's visit was $25, and then like emergency room was $50, but it was $561 a month. So it did have a max out of pocket of, I think, $10,000. Matthew, I'm a reefer guy, man. I'll tell you reefer all day long. I'm a reefer guy. So I make a good living running reefer freight. As far as company or lease, that's up to you and what your situation is. Everybody's situation is different. So, you know, some people are better off going company, some people are better off going lease. It just depends. What's going on, Chapstick? Would you be able to get snow training? Oh no, Stefan got some snow training, guys. If y'all haven't seen it, I made a live video yesterday. So I've been having some problems. I bought a dash cam, guys. Y'all probably saw it in that one video I made with that FedEx. He almost clipped me right here on my driver's door when he went by me. Y'all really can't see that in the video, but you can see after he passes me how his tires swing. That dash cam, there was something wrong with it. It wasn't doing a very good picture. So I actually exchanged that dash cam today and got a new one, and it's crystal clear. I will tell you, we saw one of the scariest things today, and I got it on video, but you can't see it. So we were coming down 29 South. We had just switched out drivers. Stefan was behind the wheel. A car hauler goes by us. About a half mile later, he loses an entire dual set of tires. Comes right off the truck. So both tires are rolling down the road. The rim, you know, the big rim that combines both tires rolling down the road. It was quite a mess, guys. Luckily, nobody got killed. But just to see that was crazy. And the dash cam got it, but the dash cam looks like crap. So you really can't see it, unfortunately. But I fixed that. Actually, I was driving. It was right before we traded the dash cam out. It was right before we switched driving. All right, let me go back up. Flatbed is for young bucks. You got that right, Phoenix. It ain't for me. I'm getting too old to get up on top of some freight and be strapping and tarping. Yeah, we left Ogden yesterday evening and we're in Springfield now. We've been here for about 2.5 hours. Sleeper time. Yeah, little man, he should. That's part of his job. So, do you have another student lined up? Is the question from Bobby G. I have another student that I have talked to. But, you know, Stefan's still got right at 21,000 miles left. So, I don't you know, it's still got some weeks. So when Stefan gets close, I'll contact him again through email. We exchange some emails with each other, and or his messenger. I don't know. I'll have to look, but I have talked to somebody about it, and we'll just have to wait and see. All right. Does Prime make you have hazmat? David, they want you to have hazmat, but I don't have it on my license, so hopefully that answers that question. So I think my recruiter told me I had to have it, but I don't have it on mine. I have no intentions of ever getting it. Stefan said he's the last one. Stefan's going to be like Andre. He's going to just move him permanently. He ain't ever leaving. How is Springfield? It's a little rainy, it's a little cold, but it's better than all that ice they've been having. Oh yeah, Stan's a big shot race car. How old are you, Bags? I am 43 years old, guys. I'm 43. I do not haul tankers. I'm a reefer driver. I'm a reefer division driver. Would you be able to get hat? Will, that is something somebody brought up recently, that you had to get a tanker endorsement and haul certain bulk liquids that Prime is now hauling. So I'm going to find out tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow afternoon I have that meeting with the recruiter, okay? Then I'm going to find Stan over in his office, over by the training pad, and I'm going to try to corner him for like 1 minute and see if I can't get a direct answer from him on the manual transmissions. So those are my two big things tomorrow, besides my physical and my haircut. I'm used to heavy haul. D'Angelo, our tanker division does really well. They don't drive many miles though, I'll be honest with you. They stay in the Northeast, but they get paid pretty high mileage pay to make up for the lower amount of work they get. So as far as I believe average paycheck, tanker division was #1, I know, for a while. I don't know if they still are or not. Am I going to the pad tomorrow? I'll be over there at some point trying to get a hold of Stan, trying to get Stan cornered. That'd be about it. On that truck in the background. It's some wolves. There's some wolves back there. It says Jim and Lori on it. Nah, little man, you're not getting in late. I told you, y'all, my student Greg was 66 years old, guys. 66. He's out here killing it, just so y'all know. Killing it. Greg is doing great, man. He's like over $2 grand take home every single week, and more around the $2,400 range. That old man is just killing it. That's good stuff. They told me, Clyde, you can take a driving test with me in a trucker Prime and they would remove the restriction from the license. There you go. Guy that's wanting to come to Prime when I orientation at the same time and team up after the TNT phase. Stephen, yes. Yes, you can. We have many students that meet friends in TNT, or meet friends at orientation, and then they team up afterwards, okay? Here's what I'm going to tell you, Stephen. Word of advice, okay? Take it from someone who's been around a while. Go company if you're going to team at first, all right? Get in that truck for a minimum of 60 days together and make sure you can stand each other. All right, we see best friends, brothers, sisters, mother's son, father's son, teams in here all the time. They get in the truck and they spend 30 days together and they're ready to tear each other's throats out. All right, if you're leased and you're both an LLC, it's a big pain in the ass. So go company first for about 60 days and make sure you guys can tolerate each other and live with each other. It's pretty important. D'Angelo, I love it here. They take care of us. They take care of it. Take care of the drivers here, in my opinion. Yeah, we watched them today. Me and Stefan did. Like I said, I got the video. I may try to add it to that video tomorrow, but it's really hard to tell. Bags got about 30 years in truck. Hell, if I do, Will. I ain't got no 30 years left in me. My wife is 28 years old. I stay here for 30 years. She's going to be gone. How often do you go to Texas and South Central Texas? Texas, I mean, we have a Texas regional fleet. I mean, we're in Texas all the time. So we go to Laredo. We got a ton of freight. Matter of fact, we got a terminal in Laredo. You know, we got to drop drop yard in Dallas, Terminal Laredo. What time is it here? It's 9:20 p.m. So I believe The Walking Dead just ended, and the DVR got it for me, so I'll watch it in a little while. I seem kind of old. Appreciate that, big dog. Thank you. Well, George. George is a pretty good guy. He's kind of a hard ass, though. No, we drove around the whole yard looking for either a Volvo or a Peterbilt Ultraloft. We couldn't find either. So they're like the unicorns around here. Me and Stefan decided. We didn't be able to see one yet. Can I ask for regional if I'm going lease operator? Race car, I don't know how that works. I'm not regional, so I don't know. How would the truck pin work if we went lease after doing 60 days after going company? So, Steven, I don't know how it works, man. I think if you're both on the LLC, all the expenses come out and y'all split what's left. Okay? But if it's so, yeah, I think that's how they do it. I'm not positive, though. I'm not positive. You have to find that out when you get here. I must have missed a good question because someone said great question. Maybe he's just talking about it in general, everybody. How long are students waiting to get into TNT? Rod, I don't know. I just got to the yard. I've been gone for 2 weeks. I'm not sure how long they're waiting. In one of our Facebook groups, I saw somebody said it was about 7 days right now. Yeah, I'm OTR, D'Angelo. Ron Jeremy steps back in. Do you have any issues with your trucks due to DPF? No, I don't have any issues with my trucks. Do I have an option to get trained in automatic or manual? I don't want a restriction on my license. Jay, that's only if they have a manual trainer. So, I mean, that's the key. We don't have a lot of them left. We don't have a lot of them left at all. So, I think they have some on the pad, though. I'm telling you, I got to get with Stan tomorrow, guys. These questions about the manuals, I've got to get with Stan tomorrow because I don't know the answers to them, all right? So let me get somebody who knows what the hell's going on and making decisions. You know, yeah, I just drive here, you know. I wish everybody could test in the manual as long as I didn't have to teach you. That's just the way I feel about it. George is definitely a hard ass. George is a hard ass. How do you restart the Qualcomm? All right, so there's a kill switch chapstick on the floorboard beside the driver's seat. When the vehicle is stopped, you turn that kill switch for about 5 minutes and then turn it back on. But you will have nothing in the truck. No windows, no nothing, no lights. So make sure you're parked safely before you do that and you have your window cracked if you're a smoker or whatever. Waiting on the birth certificate. Adrian, that's so funny. There's so many people that have to do that, man. They like get almost ready to come to Prime. They can't find a birth certificate, and they got to order it and get it sent to them, and it takes them 7-10 days. Driving to get mine. You guys can also bring a passport if you have a passport. They'll accept that in lieu of a birth certificate. What's my girl Stefan up to? Well, yesterday he was pimping her. Yesterday Stefan was pimping his old lady out to the guy down the street to get the driveway snow blown off the driveway. So, can you recommend a tax service other than Primes? I will recommend ATBS because they're recommended by OIDA, the Owner Operators Independent Driving Association. So, Drivers Association. ATBS. I made a video about it. I actually put the girl's name. Her name is Renee Sadfler. And just tell her CrazyBags sent you guys. And if y'all need that information, you can message me on my Facebook at James Driver for the tax service, and I'll get you the information. Okay, because I got to send you a referral code too. We are waiting for trainers about a week or more wait. Yeah, that's right. 7 days, 7-10 days right now is what I'm hearing on the Facebook groups. And get a call back. Missed it since Wednesday. Shouldn't be concerned. Candy, I'd give them a call Monday morning. I will give them a call. I will tell you guys, Prime was kind of in mourning this week. We lost a longtime employee here from Campus Inn. So his funeral was Friday. So I'm going to assume that some things got pushed back to Monday that probably should have been taken care of Thursday or Friday. So That is going on a little bit. Guys, I'm way behind on the questions. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I mean, the Volvos are awesome. 15 people just getting trainers in class before mine. We finished our first week. Yeah, race car, that's about right. That's been going on. That has been going on. Clorox manuals are trash. Clorox, in my opinion, I don't like them either. I mean, I drove one for 1.4 million miles, and I'm much happier in an automatic now. I've grinded enough gears in my life. I don't need to grind no more. Have you ever trained a woman, and what is your advice for women training with a male trainer? So, Rita, I have not. My wife does not wish for me to train females, and so I just grant her that wish. My advice for a female with a male trainer: don't even joke with him anything outside of the box, okay? Don't even give him the idea to go fishing. All right, just that would be my word of advice. I've known many females that went through training and had no problem at all, and it's because they just stuck to what they were doing. They didn't get all friendly and flirty. You know, they just stuck right to what they were doing. They made guidelines very clear. You know, hey, I'm here to learn to drive a truck, nothing else. So, you know, that would be my word of advice. Just, you know, keep it straight. Don't even make side jokes or nothing. Just keep it very straight. That way they don't even think there's an opportunity there. You gotta remember, some of these guys have been out here, you know, 6-7 weeks, you know, with their family back home. The ones that have families. Some of the ones that don't have wives or girlfriends, they've probably been out here for years. So there's some lonely men out here. So, what do company drivers make? I don't know exactly. I think it's 44 cents a mile, 49 if you have a lightweight. Tanker pays 52 cents a mile, I think, starting off for students. Doing a live feed with recruitment. David, I'm not doing a live feed with recruitment, but I will do questions with recruitment, okay? So I will do questions tomorrow with Dustin. If you guys have questions that you want me to ask Dustin, you can email to me at crazybags@gmail.com, or you can send them to my Facebook, James Driver. Okay, guys? Those are two ways you can get me questions to talk to Dustin tomorrow about. You gotta have the birth certificate. It's gotta have the stamp. So it's gotta have that raised stamp. Yeah, oh yeah, they're always training students for tanker division. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate that. You have to wait before you can go lead. No, Stephen, there's not. Stephen Hurley, there's not a... You can go out company for 2 weeks, decide that this is for you 100%, you're all in. They'll absolutely bring you back and let you lease a truck. When's the recruitment live feed? It's not going to be a live feed, guys. Y'all going to drive me crazy on that. Because I know that's what y'all want. But they don't have time for that, all right? Maybe I can convince Dustin to do that someday. Maybe when I have 5,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers, which, by the way, subscribe if you haven't. But he's not going to have time for that right now with me. I would love to do that, though. I mean, I would. How did I get the name CrazyBags? It started in a game I play. I play an online game called Invasion Modern Empire. And I had an original name. I don't even remember what it was. Then I was getting the crap beat out of me like every week. And so I made it Punching Bag. And then I decided to spend a little money on the game and went totally crazy and started wiping people out. And so they called me CrazyBags. So that's kind of where it came from. And it's kind of stuck ever since. Do I think company drivers should get 3,000 miles a week? Yeah, I think they do. Because they haul a lot of that cheap freight back and forth across the country that the lease drivers won't. Because they're on mileage pay. They don't care. If you're a company and take a lightweight, can you have them hang on to the passenger seat so you can put a big fridge up in there? Candy, I'm pretty sure they'll do that. I don't know for sure. You may have to pay to have the passenger seat removed and put back in, but I'm pretty sure they'll do that. Prep y'all use the one that does. The one that's free, Zach. The one that's free. Give the people what they want. CDL prep with gray steering wheel. There you go. 59 watching and 5 likes. Step it up. Thanks, Todd. Appreciate that. Alberto, what's the average company miles? Yeah, I don't even know what the average company miles are, guys. I don't have a clue. So, he has crazy money. I wish I had crazy money, Will. I'm telling y'all, my wife can spend money like the best of them. She can. She's like a housewife of Beverly Hills in the trailer park, guys. She spends money like the best of them. I probably can't take a 34-hour reset. Jay, they don't need to. We run on recap, man. We run on recap. That's right, Jack. Yeah, we do a lot of recap running here. We don't have to take 34s. We always have a light day in there. But yeah, so we fought all that terrible weather, man. Props to Stefan, guys. He did really good yesterday. How many trainers does Prime like? How many trainers does Prime? I'm assuming he says have like me. Ralph, I don't know how many trainers I got here, but it's a lot. Do I ever do it? Yes. If I have students, Chapstick, I'll do a rolling 34. If we get held up somewhere. If I have a student, because you got two drivers. So one of them's going to hit 34 and then take off, and then the other one will hit it while they're driving. Champagne taste on a beer budget. That's right. You got that right. The weather sucks. The weather always sucks, man, this time of year. Yeah. So yesterday, after we got out of snow, it never really got perfect, but it got better, and I went to bed. And man, I woke up, this truck was rocking, man. That 60-mile-an-hour winds in Wyoming were blowing. I didn't even come up front. I bet you Stefan was up here, puckered up, man. Had seat halfway up his rear end. It was blowing so hard out there. We started orientation in March in Pittston, hoping to get a trainer and test out the manual so I don't get automatic restrictions. Yeah. I don't know, Dalton. I know we do still have some. We have people that order trucks, guys, that are manual. Yeah, Chapstick. It was a pretty strong wind yesterday across Wyoming. What kind of paperwork do you have to do? You mean after your loads, Will? It's the same amount. I do the same end of load paperwork as a company driver. Actually, we probably do less, because company drivers, I think you have to turn in like every fuel receipt, every little thing. That RV's flipping over. Driver said money was stolen off their card. Adrian, that sounds to me like they probably stopped at a casino and spent all their money, and their wife wanted to know where it was. I've never had a problem with my card. No one has my PIN number to my card. My wife does not even have the PIN number to my Comdata card. Nobody does. Flatbed, you get to see more rural areas. Greg, I ain't got no clue. Heather, my boyfriend is at Prime now. Orientation starting tomorrow, and he's worried about his blood pressure chances, but at what point can he be sent home for that? I believe on Wednesday or Thursday, Heather. So, Wednesday or Thursday. If he's a smoker, please tell him not to smoke in the morning, no caffeine. I wouldn't even eat breakfast if I was him in the morning until after his physical, okay? When I first came to Prime, I was borderline, and that's what I did. I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, nothing with caffeine. I had some apple juice in the morning, I think, a little bit of sugar, but not much. And I was able to pass mine. Where's the good casinos that allow truck parking? All over America, Chapstick. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. There's casinos everywhere that allow truck parking. There's a lot of places that don't. Like, believe it or not, guys, the biggest place that casinos is the one that it's hard to find truck parking. That's Vegas. There's like one casino down there at Tropicana that's got a big trucking lot. That was it, if that's still there. Do I know how the Piston Terminal? No, I do not know how the Piston Terminal operates on their orientation and training. I know here in Springfield, Missouri, when you come to orientation, everything's done at Campus End. So I know that's not the case in Pittston or Salt Lake. You actually have to go off-site for your physical and stuff down at Concentra. I've been hanging out with him. Oh, you've been hanging out with her boyfriend? Yeah, just don't eat and don't smoke and stay away from caffeinated drinks. There's one in West Memphis. Alberto, I never go to West Memphis. If I was going to go to a casino in the Memphis area, I'd go to Tunica. They got truck parking down in Tunica, all those casinos, most of them. I believe Sam's Town and over by Gold Strike, they got parking down there. Those are good casinos. You gonna play some hoops while in Springfield? No, I'm too old. Last time I played hoops, I hadn't played in a long time. I was about 25 years old, and when I went home for my sister's wedding, and my sister's just a few years younger than me, so we had a lot of the same friends. And so I get down there, and you know, they're all like, "Oh, let's go play basketball," because everybody's in town. So we go down to the park, local park. We played basketball. Great time, a lot of fun. I couldn't walk for 3 freaking days after that, so no more basketball for me. Probably be asleep by 2. Yeah, I'll be asleep by 2. I get a physical in the morning. Yeah, there's a casino in Hershey as well. BP blood pressure to pass DOT. It's 140 over 90. 140 over 90 on the blood pressure, and that's the DOT requirement. Yes, Ron, they will accept you if you. I take blood pressure medication myself, guys. Yes, you can come here and take blood pressure medication as long as it's controlling the problem. Do I ski or snowboard in the winter? I think we should reword that. Do I try to ski or snowboard during the winter? I have skied a few times in my life. I really enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was a really good time. Household good miles, Jay. But I mean, as a lease operator, I'm on percentage, so it doesn't even matter. Miles don't even matter to me. I'm just on percentage. The miles I drive just gives me an idea of what the load is paying a mile. So to give you an example, the load we just brought was 1,256 miles and paid me $2,006. So, guys, I'm going to close the thing for a minute because that's more than I can do in my head. So let's see, $2,006 divided by 1,256 miles. It's $1.59 a mile. I can't see it. But anyways, it's $1.59 a mile the load I just brought in on percentage. So we did that in one day with a student. It would have took me 2 days by myself. So that's the only reason I look at mileage, is to see what it comes out to average pay. But I'm all about revenue. I want to get as much revenue as I can in every week. That's my goal. Get out here and get the revenue in. Do the 58 miles an hour, get the fuel mileage, which fuel mileage has been terrible for the last 2 weeks, guys, because everybody's got their winter blend fuel. Everybody's having to really stack the freaking anti-gel in the fuel, and it sucks. Usually on the run we just made from Ogden to Springfield, I can get about 9.5 miles at a gallon, and me and Stefan got 8.7. So not that great. Am I able to bring a TV from home mounted like a 32-inch? Yeah, if I didn't have my dirty laundry all over my bed, I'd show you mine. I have a 32-inch mounted on the back wall. It'll hold a 40 up there. It's mounted at the foot of my bed. So yes, absolutely. I still play basketball at 56. Hey, Rob Lowe still plays basketball, and I believe the man's 72. I believe. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't want to get my ass kicked. If y'all seen him, you know what I mean. He's thick. Rob's a real big guy. Yes, you get a 1-year DOT card on blood pressure medication. This will be my first year that I get a 1 year. So I actually use the doctors here at Prime for my blood pressure medication. So am I making the big bucks yet? Stefan. Is Stefan making the big bucks yet? No, Stefan don't make the big bucks yet. Stefan makes $700 a week guaranteed, minus taxes. No, you do not have to have an LLC, Stephen. I don't have one. So people tell me all the time, well, Prime requires it. Well, I've been here 2 years leasing. I don't have an LLC, so no, they don't require it, guys. So anybody who tells you that it's required is a liar. All right, they don't know what they're talking about, because I've been here 2 years. I don't have an LLC, so it is not required. You can get it if you want to. They recommend it if you have a lot of assets. They recommend it to protect yourself. But is it a requirement is what I'm talking about, and the answer is no. It is not. Will they accept you if you're not currently working or you've been off work for a few months? Shar, yeah. I mean, we get people all the time. I mean, just explain. All they're going to want from you is an explanation as to why you weren't working and some references to verify what you were doing. So they're going to want you to tell them, you know, depending on how long it's been, if it's only been a few months, they may say, okay, I need you to write down 5 names and phone numbers of people who know what you were doing, which translates to, we need to know 5 people who know that you weren't in jail during that time. That's not really what it means, but basically in a nutshell. Do you get fuel bonuses, fuel surcharge? Yes, the fuel surcharge is already figured in Phoenix. When I quote you all what I'm getting paid for a load, the fuel surcharge is already in there. However, it does break it down to me. It does show me the different lines, okay? What do you do to get Wi-Fi? I use T-Mobile, and I have unlimited hotspot because of the international plan, and I run everything off of that. So I run everything off my iPhone. I have an iPhone 8, and it runs as my hotspot. Showing great fuel mileage on your current truck. Believe it or not, I seen it like right away. Like with 1,000 miles on there, I was probably getting 8.5, 8.7, which is not terrible. But now I've got 100,000 on it, and when we're not using all that winter blend crap with all that anti-gel in it, I can easily get between 9 and 10. No problem at all. Do you have to pay out of pocket for the use of the Prime? Jonathan, I don't know what you're asking exactly, so you're gonna have to re-ask that question. Okay, recruiter said on live feed 1 year unemployment. Okay, yeah, so there you go. I'd say I know Junior did a live feed with the head of the recruiting department and a recruiter a while back. I don't know how long ago, but do you get fuel discount? I get huge fuel discounts, AJ. As a matter of fact, I just went over that with everybody the other day when I read off my settlement. So one fill up I did was over $1 a gallon fuel discount from the pump. So I mean, yeah, we get very large fuel discounts here at Prime, and we get 100% of the fuel discount. Prime doesn't just give us okay, you're going to save 8 cents a gallon. Prime gives us 100% of our fuel discount from Pilot, Loves. I would say TA and Petro and Sat Brothers and stuff, but the discount is so small there, it's pretty shitty. So pretty much Pilot and Loves. Because I hope they accept me because I have been working in the last 2.5 years. If you haven't been working, guys, you can always look, even when you're not in, okay, so say you have kids and you want to say I haven't been working. Technically you have, right? You've been taking care of your kids, you've been working. So that's kind of self-employment. So I would say self-employed and you're taking care of your kids, and all they're going to need is people to verify that you are self-employed. I don't know. There's ways to get around stuff, guys. It's all legal. I mean, that's technically what you're doing. Does Prime automatically pull the truck payment from your paycheck going lease? Yes, Steven. Everything comes out of my check before I ever see $1. So last Wednesday night, and on that live feed, when I called in on the live feed and got my pay for the week, and it was almost $3,000, that was after everything had been taken out, okay? The only thing I had left to take out of that was my taxes. Everything else had already been removed from that check. Into it and get approval for more than 1 year. Doctors is what I meant to say. Where's the Mountain Dews back? Oh, there's plenty of Mountain Dews. There's plenty. I got bags of them floating around here. I came to the yard. I always come prepared. But I also drink the, this is that Prime Kool-Aid people be talking about, right? I'm crazy for Prime. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Well, this is it right here. It's not Kool-Aid, guys. It's actually sweet tea, and it's free here. Water and tea is free at Prime. Steven, it depends on how much you make. That's what it boils down to. I'd pull 20%, but I mean, I only paid 13% on my total gross. I probably paid 20% of my adjusted gross, but I only paid 13% of my total. So, Yeah, dog. That's what was on the card, but there was like 200 and something, 200 and like 50 something dollars already on there that I just kind of keep on there in a reserve. So I don't ever drain it all the way in case I need some cash quick. I can just go to an ATM and get it. So there was a little bit on there, like 250 bucks, $257, something like that already on there. Yes, and coffee's free. Yeah, Phoenix, 20% is a really good number. So 20% is a really good number. So what a lot of guys do to get their 20% is they'll take so much a mile. So they'll just figure it out. I don't know. Some guys take 5 cents a mile. Some guys take 14 cents a mile. Steven, you can do either. They can load it on your Comdata card, then you can set direct deposit up off of it and send it to the bank yourself. You can say, put the first $500 on my Comdata card and the rest in my bank. They'll do that. Or you can say, just send it all to my bank. It's up to you. Here's the reason why I do the Comdata card with the option of direct deposit on it, because I get paid on Wednesday night. So I get my money Wednesday night around 10 o'clock at night. Boom, I'm paid. Or 9 o'clock, sorry, 9. Between 9 and 9:15 at night, Central Time. Yes, Jonathan, I pay out of pocket for like my blood pressure medication. So the doctor's visit cost me $75, and then I go to Walmart and get the medication 3 months for 10 bucks. So I take Lisinopril generic. Have you seen any tankers roll over? That would scare the hell out of me driving one. I have not personally seen any tankers roll over. For those who have followed my videos from the very beginning and actually watched them all, you know about my own story. I had a truck before this called Silver Bullet, and she took a ride on her side. But I walked away from it. They flipped her up. $40,000 later, she was back on the road. So, all right, AJ, good job. So yeah, tomorrow I'll get with Dustin. For those of you who do not have a recruiter yet, and you're thinking about coming to Prime, you can use Dustin Hensley. All right, he was my recruiter here at Prime. He's been here for a couple of years. He knows the system. He understands what's required. And he's going to help make sure that you get everything you need and make sure you're prepared to come to Prime. Okay, his name's Dustin Hensley. You can just tell him CrazyBags sent you. He knows who I am. Do you have any videos on trip planning? No, Dalton. I've talked about this in the past, and Stefan testified again. He did before. Unfortunately, I'm so quick up here that it literally happens like that. I mean, like when I get my load, usually within minutes in my head, I already know which route I'm taking to get there and where I'm going to stop for fuel along the way, because I just know where everything is situated. Do you use CPAP? Does Prime charge you for it? I do not have a CPAP machine myself. If you bring your own CPAP, they charge you $8 a month to read it remotely, okay? Well, any CPAP. But they also test the larger individuals, certain body mass, for sleep apnea. So you end up having to pay for that. Now they take it out in payments. And then if you have to get a machine, they'll take that out in payments as well, okay? That's how that works. Dustin's your recruiter as well? Yeah, he's a good guy, Will. He's been here a long time. Which division at Prime do you think pays the best? I mean, I know what the numbers say. The numbers say basically for the driver's pay, it's tanker, reefer, flatbed, year round for the whole year. So now that changes in the summertime. Obviously, reefer or flatbed makes a lot of money in the summertime, but for the whole year, year round, tanker's almost always number one for the average take-home pay. Facebook and from the details on the videos, because I can't find you on Facebook. James Driver Jack. I actually have a video that says Facebook, Instagram. Instagram's just CrazyBags, guys. You can hit me up on Instagram if you need to. But my Facebook is just James space Driver. Any news on the Milky Way company Prime bought? I don't have any news on it, but I can tell you all of a sudden we're hiring regional drivers out of Springfield, Missouri, so I'm sure that has something to do with that. Do you have to say all of that to the tester, that no visible breaks or visible breaks, bulges, abrasion bulges or cuts? Yes, they want you to say abrasion bulges or cuts. They want you to say properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, all right? Know which goes which what, okay? Metal is cracked, bent, or broken, okay? CBB. Anything rubber, abrasion, bulges, and cuts. And then anything mounted to the vehicle, you know, properly mounted, secured. Pretty much everything's properly mounted, secured. How tall am I? I'm 5'11". I'm a little guy, man. I ain't very big. I'm 5'11", about 203 pounds. I hope 203. We'll find out tomorrow. So that's starting reefer and they want to go to tanker. After, do you have to train for that and go out with a driver for 130K? Okay, it is not. Char, no, you wouldn't have to extend your contract, but you wouldn't have to do 30K either. You do have to go back out with a tanker driver, but I think it's only like 10,000 miles. You're just going to take some loads so they can teach you how to operate the equipment. So, yes, they have regional reefer in Texas. I don't know how it operates, who you contact. I don't know nothing about it, but we have it. We have a Texas regional fleet. Okay, Texas dedicated. Yeah. The Facebook does have a recent. I believe Andrea Mueller did it. She's the head of recruiting here. Andrea Mueller is like a jack of many trades. She's like the PR person, the head of recruiting, social media expert. She does all that. She does it all. Starting next month, brother and I are going to Team Lease. Can a recruiter set up Greyhound tickets together and we'll be completing TNT? Absolutely, Ashley. Now, here's the thing about TNT completing close to the same time. My brother's class, everybody coming to my brother's class, none of them finished at the same time. He had people finish 2 weeks before him. He had people finish a month after him. Okay? TNT is TNT. It's 30,000 miles, and a lot of that will depend on the trainers you get. You being female, I'm assuming your name is Ashley, so I could be wrong, but I'm assuming you're female. You being female, that can be more difficult because a lot of male trainers here, like myself, we do not take females. Why? It's not because I don't like you. It's because my wife has requested I don't. And I honor her wish and I don't train females. So sometimes females get the short end of the stick, unfortunately, because they have to wait a little longer for a trainer. So just keep that in mind. That all because you start at the same time, you could still finish a month apart from each other. But absolutely, they get you all set up together, bring you in here at the same time, so that you're here together for orientation, so you can lean on each other. So, I actually recommend that to people, man. If you can have a friend get into business too, come together, man. That way, that first week in orientation, when y'all are studying, you know, like Chad Rich. Y'all know Chad Rich. He's a buddy of mine, man. When we do stuff, we do it together. And we kind of compete with each other, you know, kind of drives each other to do a little better at what we're trying to accomplish. So I always recommend that to people. Like I said, though, I don't know about completing it. My chat is frozen. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't see anything. Let's check it out. Who's your FM sales rep? I have no idea, Chapstick. David, I'm going to find that out tomorrow. That is something new. That is a bulk liquid requirement by DOT. So we must have new customers who we're going to be transporting bulk liquids for, because DOT requires you to have tanker if you're hauling bulk liquids. So that's a big thing. That's for team. Can they bunk us in the same room for orientation? As long as you're of opposite sex, or same sex. The only opposite sex bunkmates will be married spouses. Okay, I don't even know. They might do boyfriend girlfriend. I don't know, but You can't just come and say you're friends and you're male and you're female and they're going to bunk you together. I don't think they'll do that. So when doing pre-trip, you have to memorize everything, or does the tester ask you where the parts are and you tell them? No, you got to know it. That's up on you. That's all on you, Will. You got to memorize it, buddy. You got to memorize it. Watch them videos, man. Believe me, guys, that pre-trip is not that scary once you get in the flow of it, okay? When you first look at it, you're like, this is some bullshit. Ain't no way I'm going to get through this. I'm telling you. Once you do it a few times, guys, and you start getting in sync and you get a flow to yourself, you're going to blow right through it. You're going to come here scared to death of it. You're going to leave here smiling, laughing about it, okay? That's for sure. Oh, is it better now, though? No spooning. Correct, guys. It's great, man. When you got someone else, you kind of compete with each other, man. When you're learning stuff, that's the way to do it. That always helps. So, do you test the whole truck or certain sections? That's a good question. You will not get the entire truck. Okay, everybody gets the trailer lights and the end cab, and I think you'll either get and coupling, but then you'll either get the engine compartment or driver's side fuel door or trailer. So I don't know exactly how it works. I don't remember, but it's something like that. When it comes to pre-trip, do you get tested on the whole thing? Randomly given, Harry. They're randomly given, buddy. Yeah. Where am I from? I was born in Chicago. I grew up in Florida, on the beaches, in Clearwater area, Clearwater, St. Petersburg area, Madeira Beach, and now I live in Tennessee. I watch your preacher 10 times and still like, what the hell? Yeah, the pre-trip can get rough, guys. It can get rough. That's a good way to do it, Stuber. Yeah, this is my truck and I'm going to try to sell it to you. You're going to point out every positive thing about it. That's not a bad idea, actually. Pre-trip's not bad, guys. Once you learn it, you'll remember it for life. So I hadn't done one out loud in front of nobody in like 15 years. Still breaking up, and I don't understand why. I don't think I can pause. I don't. Let me try to see if I can pause it and come back. Let me try to do that. Let me do that and see if that helps any. Is going to be a problem if I fly to Springfield, Missouri? No, not a problem. They'll reimburse you for what your bus ticket would have cost you once you're an employee. Steven, I don't think they allow that, buddy. If I give my CDL, anybody can. I've always told everybody, if my brother Sean can get his CDL, and I got a subscriber named Redneck Rocks, if they can get their CDL, anybody can get their CDL here. Should I flatbed out the gate? I'm a physical dude, but don't want to bite off more than I can chew. I don't know, Francisco. That's up to you. I mean, here's what I recommend for people thinking about flatbed. You'll want to do it out the gate if you're going to do it, all right? Because they're totally different trucks. I mean, the training's different. The whole thing is all different. So if you're going to go flatbed, do it, because otherwise you're going to have to retrain. Luke, I've been hearing that too. That is something new. That's something they require in Salt Lake and Pittston, but I have heard that's something new they're doing here in Missouri too. That if you're from Illinois, you get your permit and stuff before you ever come here. I don't know how it works. You would have to, I can ask the recruiter tomorrow. I'm gonna put that on my list. You do not get the DOT physical. No matter what, everybody takes a DOT physical here. All right, Ron, have a good one. Where am I? I'm in Springfield. I'm at the terminal, guys. They base it on where you live, Shar. They base it on where you live. Charmac. That's my mom's name was Charmaine, so that name keeps throwing me every time I see it. Yeah, Stefan's in the Millennial building. He went in there at 8, took a shower. I went in and showered and then ate and then came back out to the truck. Where's the patch on the jacket? Oh, that's a Primetime certified 3-month patch. You get tired of seeing my ugly mug. Thank God. Man, I need a break every now from Stefan. Let me tell y'all. If you're coming from Illinois, Jack's saying you do need to get it. So, yes, you test out my flatbed trailer. Oh, Amanda, I think you're right. I think you do have to have your physical then. Yes, Amanda's probably right, because I didn't think about that. I think you have to have your physical in order to get your permit. So, yeah, so I guess you'll have to get a physical and then get your permit. And then Prime probably still gives you another physical when you get here. I'm gonna have to find that out. That's really interesting. So I'm gonna have to talk to them about that. All right, Francisco, enjoy orientation. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. I'm in the process. I started it this evening. I'm in the process of making another video like I did the other day of 24 hours of my life. I'm doing another one on the terminal here at Prime, and all the amenities here and the stuff that I take advantage of and make sure I take advantage of whenever I'm here. Will, if you're from Illinois, I think so, as somebody said, yes, because you have to have that to get a permit. I don't know for sure though. That's something you're gonna have to find out. That was a great video. Thanks, I appreciate it. I put a little work into it. One thing I do is I rewatch a lot of my videos and try to think of things I can do better. So that was a really good starting point for me. But yeah, I'm doing another one. Like I said, I'm doing another one here at the terminal. I started it tonight. I probably got 5 or 6 clips this evening. I'm going to continue them all day tomorrow. Can you stay in one of their rooms for free? They have bunk rooms upstairs across from the showers. They're usually full though. So, but no, you just can't go to like campus. Company drivers might be able to, but lease drivers can't. If you have to retake all sections, just the sections you fail, Zach. You just retake the sections you fail. Oh yeah, the truck's washed. Yeah, Red. That's the first thing we did was take Red for a bath. Very first thing we did. Do they make you take another physical? I don't know. I don't know. It depends. Oh yeah, Steven, you will. I mean, my understanding is everybody here takes one, because I showed up with one that was 3 months old. It was a 2-year physical, and I'd only had it 3 months before that, and they made me retake it. So I assume I know for a long time everybody took a physical. It didn't matter. So I'm assuming you do that still. Yeah, they do make you take another one, Alberto's saying. So yeah, I know that's what they used to do. I assume they still do. Yep. Yeah, no going to Dr. Feelgood, guys, and paying him $100 to give you a DOT physical card. You're going to have to take another one. 2001 Century. That was an old truck. That's an old truck. Does Prime have a lot of freight on the East Coast? Yeah, we have a lot of freight on the East Coast. A lot. Does Prime charge truck drivers or lease drivers for the truck wash? Yes, they do. Todd, if you are connected to a Prime trailer, they charge you $10 for a truck wash. If you try to go in their bobtail, they charge you $45. So, last Thursday. Yeah, that makes sense, Dalton. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that, but yeah, that makes sense what y'all are saying. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I know it has to have the state seal on it. I think that's a certified copy, right? I mean, I had to get a copy. As long as it's got the seal. As long as it's got the state seal on it. And they can feel it because, you know, it raises up the paper. I have everything sent home right now, Chapstick, but I am going to get a P.O. box. No, they're different, Terry. The top bunk is much smaller than the bottom bunk. I have an oversized mattress on the top because Stefan's a pretty big guy, and that little bitty thin mattress wasn't cutting it for him, so we actually put a bigger one up there. It actually didn't fit really good, but between the two of us sleeping up there, it's kind of knocked down. So yes, I do sleep on a top bunk sometimes, guys. I don't wake my students up in the middle of the night if I want to take a nap. So, you know, if I start driving, like last night, I started driving at like midnight. So if I stop at 4 o'clock in the morning and I want to take a nap, I don't wake my students up and make them get in the top bunk. You know, I just crawl in the top bunk and go to bed. Not all trainers do that, so be prepared for that. But, I mean, me personally, I want my student to get their rest, so I just crawl in the top bunk and go to sleep myself. You get sent home because of blood pressure issues. Can you come back again later date? Yes, David, you can. I talked to a guy, he had to wait 30 days for medical reasons, so no matter if you still take a new physical. Yeah, that's what I thought. Everybody you don't pay for it though. The physical and orientation you don't pay for. All right, the very first physical you get a prime you don't pay for. Company drivers never pay for a physical. Lease drivers pay for all the physicals after the first one, and they're $50, by the way, here at Prime to get a physical for a lease operator. Once you get the first one. Do you get to pick the color truck you want to drive? Not really. I mean, I ordered my truck, so I got to pick the color. But when you're waiting for a truck, they never know when they're going to get what color in, guys. So they don't have a clue. So I mean, they'll show you the trucks they have available when it's your turn, and it shows all the colors. So I mean, maybe you just get lucky. But I don't know. I don't know. If I have a CDL already, what would I have to go through with Prime, and can I keep my Florida CDL? Yeah, if you have a CDL already, Robert, you don't have to change it. You don't have to do it. Okay, so, and then he's asking, what all do I have to go through? Well, Robert, that depends on how long it's been since you drove a truck and how much experience you had during that time. So it really all depends on that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of stuff it's going to depend on. A week old, yeah, see, Rod had a week old, he had to take another. Hope y'all get some more. Dalton, I don't know, you might at that time. I mean, last year we got snow in April. Or do I have to wait for one I order to show up? No, Steven, they have trucks. Everybody's first truck's going to be one off the lot, man, that they have available. It's the second truck you get that you usually get to pick, all right? That's when you order exactly what you want. $10, Corvette. $10 if you have a Prime trailer attached. $45 if you go bobtail into the wash bay. I'm working on it, Junior. I'm working on it, man. Yeah, we have Freightliners, Peterbilts, Internationals, and they just started getting some Volvos. We do not have Kenworths here. Yes, Will. They tested in manuals here. Nick and Carla tested out over 1 year ago. Prime went to automatic testing in June is when they went. So yeah. They don't have a restriction on their license. They tested in manuals. They were taught to drive manuals. What kind of mileage is on your first lease? See, I didn't finish my first lease, guys. I got the truck brand new. and I never finished it, which means I lost out on my bonus money because I didn't finish the lease. That's the only way you get your money. So you finish the lease. I did not order this truck. So that one had 189,000 miles on it, and I had it for March, April, May, June, 16 months. But I was training in it too. I did have a student in it. Truck, who cares about what color when you're driving it, right, Candy? I mean, Candy's right, as long as the money is green. Can you use a pad truck that is manual to test on it? Yes, going places, my understanding is you can. I'm going to ask Stan tomorrow, okay? I'm going to have to ask Stan tomorrow to find out for sure. I have to go through all the training, crazy bad. Okay, so Robert, here's what they do. You go out with a trainer, or you go to night class. Stefan could have went to night class. He wanted to wait, come with me. Because he actually wanted, night class doesn't really go out on the road do driving. He actually wanted to go out and do a little driving first. So that's your PSD phase. When you come back, you do what they call an evaluation. Okay? It's not a CDL exam. You're doing a prime evaluation of your driving abilities. All they're doing is making sure that you're equal to someone who's just acquired their CDL. And then you go out TNT for your 30,000 miles. You do have to do 30,000 though. Can you trade trucks if you're a company, or are you permanently stuck in the one that you were in? Steven, I don't know. Yes, Todd, tire fund carries over. That's the one fund that carries over is the tire fund, guys. So tire fund does carry over. Steven, I don't know how it works with company trucks. I know you get what they give you, but I'm sure there's some other things too, so that are part of it. But yeah, tire funds carry over to the trucks, guys. That's pretty important. That money stays with it. Gotta go night, everyone. See you later, big dog. Yeah, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I got about 5 minutes left, guys, and I'm going to wrap it up here myself this evening. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Like I said, I'm working on a video currently for this trip to Springfield. I'm kind of going to show everything that I've done while I've been here today and tomorrow. I will be at campus tomorrow evening sometime. My physical and everything will be done tomorrow, so tomorrow evening will be adult beverage time for me. But I will be parking over there at campus. I will wander about campus for a little while before I head out to where I'm going. And then tomorrow evening I'll probably maybe do another live feed. We got people tattooed everywhere around here. I don't think so. So, I mean, now if it's vulgar or racist or something, that's going to disqualify you. But if you're just talking about designs or pictures or something, that's different. But yeah, if you've got something vulgar on you, if you have stuff that tattooed on you that's vulgar or racist, yeah, you're probably, and it's visible, you're probably going to be denied employment, I would imagine. Live feed tomorrow would be tomorrow evening sometime. I'm going to try to do it early. Yeah, just designs, you'll be fine. Live feed tomorrow, what time? I don't know. I mean, I've got to meet Dustin and do all that. I got a lot of stuff to do. Ready to work out OTR, is it possible? Say if you're really motivated to work out OTR, is it possible? I'm trying to understand what he's asking me. I mean, he asked me, can you make some killer money if you're freaking out here killing it as an OTR driver? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Zach, I can do that. Oh, lift weights? Yeah, people do that all the time, man. People carry weights in their trucks. I see them, especially in the summertime. You don't see them that much this time of year. But I've seen many drivers in truck stops at like 4 in the afternoon. They'll be taking up 2 parking spots because they got a weight bench they put together in one parking spot and their truck in the other. Tomorrow, can you confirm that it's at all terminals? Yeah, tomorrow I'm not going to do a live feed with Dustin tomorrow unless I get him and he says, yeah, let's just do live. So, but if we do that, guys, it's going to be pretty early in the afternoon, so you have to watch your alerts for that if it's going to happen. I don't know. Did they teach you how to read Atlas? I don't know. I mean, an atlas is an atlas to me. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's got the right at the top of the page. It tells you different color highways, what they are. I mean, that's between you and your trainer. If you can't read an atlas, if you're having a problem reading an atlas, I would ask your trainer when you're out with him to give you a hand with it. Is it part of just a regular training? I would say, for the most part, no. Not most trainers are going to do that. I know Junior does, but most trainers are not. I don't do that. What do they charge for an oil change? I just had one done with the air filter, and it was $440, Ralph. $440, and it's got to be done every 75,000 miles on the 19 Freightliner. So 440 bucks every 75,000. That's not too bad. And if you run an emergency fund where you put 100 bucks a week in it or something, you can just, by the time you need it, you'll just be able to pay. Correct, Mac. He's gonna make you. He's gonna make you learn. I guess part of that too is I don't think Junior has a GPS at all, does he? If I remember correctly, I don't think Junior's got a GPS. So I mean, I used the Qualcomm one. I actually bought the same Dashcam as him. Yeah, the Dashcam I bought's the same one. $44 car oil change. Yeah, it's $440 bucks. So it was pretty expensive, the last one I had. Yeah, Dalton, I don't blame him, man. GPS are dangerous. I always tell my students, you still have to use your common sense, guys. Diet is worse than regular. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh. Bingo, it will not get one. Yeah, he doesn't like GPS. The feed's like way behind, guys. It's kind of weird for me to read it. Why does someone keep coming into me with that? Here, let's put her in timeout. There's some things I just don't discuss, and you know, politics and religion are them. I have no desire to discuss them. So, has the Qualcomm GPS steered me wrong? Yeah, it has. It has in the past, yes. No doubt about it. Right now I'm in Springfield, Missouri. Trafficking. Oh, you're talking about human trafficking? That's becoming a big deal out here, guys. They've had quite a few real stories that truck drivers have broke up huge human trafficking rings just by making a single phone call. So it does happen out here. I did not ban her. She's on a 300-second timeout. She's on a 5-minute timeout. What in the heck, man? I'm not going to talk about it. And you know what, Cindy? Technically, you're wrong, but it's not something that I'm going to talk about. What the hell? Man, the trolls are out in force tonight. See here, we can put you in timeout too. Here, there's 300 seconds for you too. Jeez, guys. Yeah, correct. Yeah, trolling's really taking off nowadays. You know, here's the thing, guys. I try to do my job very professionally. Okay, I train people of all races, all religions, of all backgrounds. So I have found it better not to really get into me personally when it comes to that kind of stuff. There's a big group of them tonight. This is interesting. Do you have to have a passport to work for Prime? No, you do not have to have a passport. Correct, coexist. I agree with you, Mac. Mac is dead on it. You have to coexist with each other. So, I'm not going to push nobody's agenda one way or the other. Yes, yeah, Woody, I do. I did have that conversation with him. He sure did. He called me. Just a hotspot, Stephen, whether it be through your phone company or through a little hotspot. Yeah, I live in Tennessee. No, Woody, he did not tell me that yet. I would tell you, when me and Chad Rich are both in TNT phases like we are currently, Chad just started TNT phase with Jason, we don't get to talk nearly as much as we do the rest of the time. So we get really busy and it gets kind of crazy. And sometimes stuff can go a long way. So, do you think Marsha Blackburn is a beautiful woman? If y'all don't know, she's talking about a politician in Tennessee. I will tell you, I've never seen a picture of Marsha Blackburn. I know who she is. I know how she votes, but I don't care what she looks like. So I don't judge people by what they look like. So, I mean, Stefan does not smoke. I told him in advance I smoked before he got on my truck, and he was okay with it. So, they'll ask you if you want a smoker or non-smoker or either. So I will tell you, I judge people by how they vote. It's not what I said. It's not what I said at all. I said just the opposite of that. Ashley, you can if you know somebody. It doesn't mean you'll get them if they already have a student. So, I mean, it just all depends. Just all depends. Jeez. What is today? Today's Sunday, right? Yeah. Today's Sunday. Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb, Candy. Just judge people if they don't vote because they're lazy. Yeah, and I mean what? And there's Chad Rich. Chad, I'm glad you're here, buddy. I may stay on a few extra minutes now. Let me see, where's Chad at? I gotta wait for his thing to pop up down here. For some reason, my other phone is way behind. He burns you with cigarettes. No, I don't burn people with cigarettes. Oh, let me see if I can get Chad on here. I was gonna try to turn Chad into a moderator. Hey Travis, I would tell you that Peterbilt has a larger turning radius. You get to make a bigger, wider turn. You get to set yourself up a little better. So it is a little different. So it's just all depends. So, if y'all follow me in chat, you know that I was in all that snow yesterday, and I lost signal going up the mountains, and he proceeded to start a live feed about his 65-degree weather in California. Just so y'all know, I got a message from him today of a picture, and it was of snow in Tehachapi Pass over there in California, so he was laughing yesterday. He wasn't laughing so much today. Yeah. Me and Chad both in the room. Got to, man. It's like Troll Central tonight. I don't even know if they're really trolling, to be honest with you. So I don't think it's that they're trolling. They just, they're the people knocking, never mind. But anyhow, you ever cook on the truck? Yeah, I got a microwave. Cook about, never mind. I was going to say something mean. But if my wife watches this, she'll kill me. But yeah, I cook on the microwave, Will. Anything microwavable, I cook. Chad, it's been a crazy night. It has. And my other phone is running way behind. So I'm having to look at this one. They picked up wind on I. I know you're there. I said hi. I was trying to figure out how to make you a moderator. Yes, Candy. They come with an APU and an inverter. Steven, you can. You just have to a certain wattage. Yeah, it's all about wattage, man. So he keeps asking about Tanker Division, but I really don't know because I've never driven in it. Hot dog, I've never driven in it. I know pay versus miles, they're always tops. So, but they don't drive a lot of miles either. So, that has a lot to do with that. A lot to do with it. Yeah, Chad's over there in sunny California now. He's down in the valley. He's down in berry country, I think. Chad, is that where you ended up? Down there where the berries are? Because I know you told me where you were going. I think I am lagging a little bit tonight, guys. It's taking a long time. You like cooking. Chad don't like cooking. California's full of fairies. I didn't say fairy country. I said berry country. There's a difference. You go down the coast down there, guys. You got a lot of berries down there. Strawberries, blueberry, raspberries. Good runs. Same trucks or the smaller trucks set aside for food over the road each week. So that's a pretty good question. A good food budget. So I don't, when it comes to eating, I smoke cigarettes, I drink Mountain Dew, and I pretty much eat whatever I want. I don't pinch pennies when it comes to eating. And I go through between all of that, I go through probably $250 a week. So it can get expensive. Yeah, Will, if you go to, Will said $80 a week. You can easily eat on $80 a week out of your fridge. I used to do that all the time. What's the per diem on food? Well, as of January 1st, 2018, company drivers no longer get per diem, just so everybody understands that, okay? Lease drivers do, and it's so much a day. Yeah, Chad, we missed you so much, let me tell you. Candy, if you're just going to go shopping, you can get into most of them. I will tell you, I'm learning tricks to this. If you're just going to go shopping, you can get in and out, park back by their shipping receiving, then run in, do your shopping, get the hell out of their parking lot, and you'll be good to go. Steven, I think that's up to the trainer and the student. My students get a free shower whenever I shower, because you can take one shower and make it a team shower. That team shower video kind of covered that. But I think if, say you showered and the very next day or next morning the student wants to go shower again, they're probably going to pay out of their pocket. Yeah, you have to team shower with your trainer. Yeah, you got to go wash his back, man. If you order a truck through Prime, are you allowed to request manual transmission? Yes, going places. When you order a truck, that you do get to pick the type of transmission you want. So when you order your truck personally, you do get to pick your transmission. Don't drop the stove. Especially if Chad your trainer. Oh. Chad used to be terrible about telling his students they had to take team showers, but he wouldn't explain it to them. He'd just say, hey, grab your bag, we're going to go get a team shower. He had one student scared to death, didn't want to shower. So, listen, Chad had a student. Oh, man. Can I tell that story? I'm trying to think if I can tell the story or not. I guess I can tell it. I don't care. So, Chad had a student who just could not use public bathrooms, guys. I don't know what the guy's issue was. I know there's other people out there like that. But this guy went like 8 days without using the toilet. Like 8 freaking days. Without using the damn toilet out here, man. Don't do that to yourself, guys. Just don't do it. It's not good, man. That's bad for you. And then when he finally went, they had to park and rest area for like an hour because the guy got stuck in there. He couldn't get out. He's just stuck in there, man. Going to the bathroom nonstop. Yes, Harry, it's at the end of the year only for 1099s. So, yeah, guys. Well, I mean, well, that just is what it is. Bring you some. Chad. That's why Chad wears flip-flops everywhere, guys. So, I keep a pair of Crocs in my bag. But yeah, wear some. Yeah, you want like a pair of shoes you can just wear in there. But they're clean for the most part. So he's calling in. You're on speaker, brother. What's up?
What the hell's going on around there?
Not much. You know, obviously you saw the feed.
I'm seeing it right now.
So,
Jeff Beard's crazy as hell if he thinks I dropped fucking soap. He's nuts.
Well, I was telling him, I told the story about your student who wouldn't use the bathroom.
I mean, he's nervous to go to the bathroom.
He's scared.
But what's the weather over there in Springfield?
It's raining, man. It's like it was like 45 degrees and raining when I got here.
How's everybody doing tonight over there on that live feed?
Yeah, it seemed like they're doing all right. So it's calmed down a little bit. We had about 85 people in here at one point earlier.
They can hear me, can't they? They're laughing.
They're laughing. They can hear you. They can hear you just fine. At least they should be able to.
I got a fucking toothache tonight, so I ain't been talking. I ain't want to get on there and talk. I don't know. I ate over at that Petra over in Amarillo. I think that bitch over there put a rock or something in my fucking food and broke my motherfucking tooth. I ought to go over and put my foot in her ass.
You sound like you're just having a day of it.
No, man, I'm telling you right now. Jason got driving a little snow today, coming down to Hatchapee. He's pissed off me. He said, you jinxed us when you told Bags about the damn weather up there. Now I'm in it.
He got stuck in it, didn't he?
Yeah, well, no, we got jammed up. Somebody had an accident up there, but other than that, we got to deliver over here. Then we got to go down to Atwater, California, and pick up a load of potatoes they're going to load on the floor there and then take it to Idaho. So we're taking potatoes from California to Idaho, if that ain't some shit.
That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
And so what he's talking about, guys, he's talking about a potato floor load. It's a mess. They run a conveyor belt up in your truck all the way to the front of the trailer, and they just send potatoes up there and then they estimate what to be about 40,000 pounds. And then you have to weigh it, and then when you get wherever you're going to deliver it, they take it off with a like a bobcat with a food grade bin in the front. And then when you have to go get a washout afterwards, that washout usually costs your company about $200 because there's potatoes everywhere.
Yeah, we got to get a washout. We got to have a receipt to go in there, and then you got to have a weight slip before you go in and a weight slip when you deliver, so they don't overload you.
Correct. Yeah, that way they can make sure they get the weight right on it. But no, we got over here
real quick.
Yeah, we got over here, man. We're just doing our thing. I get that physical in the morning. And
did they tell you they're going to stick a finger in your ass and check you for the colonoscopy? I just thought I'd say they're going to check your oil, you know what I'm saying?
Well, hell, I've been gone home for about 5 weeks. I may enjoy that. They better be careful.
My God, they're going to stick their finger in your ass. You better hope it ain't that big fingered son of a bitch. He might hurt a little bit.
Tell them to use the thumb, right?
No, my God. I don't know if that's what you want to do. I try not to let them near me. But go ahead and continue on with your live, VDL. I'm sure they're ready for me to get the hell off here so y'all can continue on talking.
All right, man. Take care. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, see you, brother.
Hold on a minute. That Jackson Adams says Chad used to the finger in the ass. Now, let me explain something to you, Jackson. I ain't no fairy-footed motherfucker. I ain't nothing going in my ass. I don't give a damn. There ain't nothing but stuff coming out of my ass. You hear me what I'm telling you?
All right, bro.
That's the bottom line on that. See ya.
I guess that pretty much summed that up, didn't it, guys? Obviously, that was a guest appearance by Chad Rich. They don't do that in the physical. He's just giving me a hard time, Rail. He's just giving me a hard time. They do not do that in the physical here. Yeah, Chad's a nutcase, guys. Ain't no doubt about it. He's a one-of-a-kind guy. I thought that kind of checks took place in the team shower. So you heard him say they got caught in the snow today out there, so that's pretty funny. Pretty good. So next time we're in Springfield together, we're gonna do a live feed together in the truck, guys. It should be interesting and a lot of fun. That's up to you, Rail. I just decided not to get it. I mean, there's no other reason. I just don't like hauling it. I just don't think that the extra headaches are worth the extra money. That's the only reason I don't have it. They do pay extra money for that, but I don't think it's very much. When do you plan on moving to Springfield? Well, I'm working on that. Didn't mean to bother you guys. Chad, you're always welcome, you know that. We are in the process of finding a home that's suitable for us that we want. So, well, you know, anybody who's ever looked to move and especially move long distance, it takes a little while to get all the ducks in a row and make sure that you have the place that you want. Does Chad have a nickname? I heard it's Two Fingers. Actually, nervous is driving in the Midwest. Midwest isn't bad. All winter driving in the Midwest. You know, guys, so I was talking to Stefan about this. I have a question. If anybody here is from Iowa, maybe they can explain this. So when a winter storm moves across from west to east, you can go through Illinois and the roads are in good shape. You can go through Missouri and the roads are in good shape. You can go through Nebraska, roads are in good shape. You can go through Minnesota, roads are in good shape. You can go to Iowa, and they got 3 foot of fucking snow down the highway. So here's my question. Have they pissed off all their neighbors so bad that they can't pick up the phone and go, hey, y'all are doing such a great job on your roads. Can you give us some tips on that? I mean, does the governor just hang up on them from the other states? Is that what's going on? They just pissed off their neighbors that much? It's the time of season if you have hazmat on your CDL. I suppose, David, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I mean, I have a TWIC card. Pretty much all of our drivers here at Prime got a TWIC card. So you got to go through the same background check for a TWIC card as you do for hazmat. I just don't want hazmat. Oh, Candy's got a good point. That's what it is. Minnesota plows all the snow down to Iowa just to get rid of it. That's pretty good. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to call it a night. We're going to do this again tomorrow for just a short time from over there at campus, sometime this evening or tomorrow evening. But I better get me some rest tonight. I only slept about 5 hours a day while Stefan drove. So I'm going to give me some good rest tonight so I can do that physical tomorrow. Oh yeah, Bobby, they got plenty of students ready. Plenty of students around here, Bobby. So, all right, y'all stay safe out there too. Had a lot of wrecks in Missouri and Illinois area and Indiana. A lot of freezing rain down here, guys. So I think it's clearing out. So everyone have a good night. Yeah, Chad said